Hey, so this is going to be another video by me. I don't know really what I'm going to talk about today. Guess it doesn't really matter, but I guess I could talk about. Hmm, could I talk about? Um, well, there is something that I was thinking about, and it was the fact that I want to start college here in, a couple months. Um, no, maybe not a couple of months. It might be a little bit longer than that. Um, I'll restart this so I can get a vehicle. Um, but I want to start college. Probably early next year. Maybe I don't really want to start in the summer of next year. Um, so it'll probably be maybe next spring semester. It makes me a little bit nervous, and my therapist had recommended that I, do that because of my transition, and then I'll be um, a little bit more transitioned at that point, and kind of more comfortable with it. And I completely understand that, and I do agree with that for the most part. There is um, a little bit of something that I disagree with to that point um, is that I don't think it takes into account the fact that you know a lot of people just aren't accepting regardless of my you know somebody transitioning uh, in this area. So to say like regardless of how far I am in my transitioning, there are still probably which it's whatever, but it's a little bit stressful. But there's probably still going to be people that uh, just don't don't care. It'll be rude because it'll be mostly younger people that are in there, and I understand that in some areas younger people typically are a little bit more progressive, and that's good. But um, I don't think that's the case here down here. I think it's mostly um, I think it's mostly the opposite is that they become radicalized by whatever has radicalized them up until that point, like say their parents or the church or anything like that. And everybody has their own beliefs, and that's fine. But it does make my life a little bit harder um, when when you can't really express yourself because of other people's ideas, or you don't feel as comfortable expressing yourself because of other people's ideas. And so that's kind of one of the big things I thought about with college. Is that um, is that's just something I need to think about, and so it will be something that I think about as I go on in life. I assume, so I begin to express myself more, um, which is it's fine, but yeah. Let me think about some other stuff I could talk about. Um, Trying to think of some other stuff I can think about. Um, um, it's a little bit hard. Um, I think I talked about this in the video that I didn't upload the other day, but there is a thing that does concern me, and I'll find a way around it eventually, because I usually do find ways around things whenever they prevent me from, being happy in my life, and um, so I think another big thing is the fetishization. I think I'm saying that word right. Is that um, is kind of hard to deal with because it's, apparently I'm a pretty alright looking person because I get plenty of messages saying that, but um, it is hard because not only is there that, but then also it's just, I guess you could call it like a novelty of the fact that I am trans. You could say, especially in a place like this where the community is very small. But um, it's hard to find anybody that actually cares about you. Um, to that extent that they would want to be with you in a relationship because all they can think about is just like sex, and it is annoying to have that. I don't know if that's necessarily unique to the area that I live in, or if it's not. I imagine it's not, because there's people that just want that all around the world. So I definitely do feel for the people that gotta deal with that, because I know it's rough. Um, but yeah, it's a little bit hard to deal with it, cause I just want somebody that cares about me and accepts who I am, rather than just tries to just fuck me. It's hard. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna find somebody eventually if I keep looking. Um, but I mean, there's got to be somebody out there that cares. Um, uh, Let me think about what else I could talk about. I had an idea and I completely forgot it. It's a pretty nice shot. What the? Hopefully this gameplay is interesting for anybody that watches it. I understand it's not the most interesting game in the world, but I've been trying to, just have something to watch. If anybody's listening to this, just something to watch while I talk. If I doubt anybody is listening though, which is all good. This channel is mostly for me, just to express myself. Let's see. I did have something else that I could talk about, but I have forgotten what it was. I'm sure it'll come back to me at some point. At least my memory's okay today. It's not as bad as it has been. Should get it. I hate those kind of things. The AI gets so many flares to use, and you only get like one for 30 seconds while they spam out rockets. See what I mean? Can't get no rockets off, and then you get hit by some fucking sniper. um, what else is there to talk about? Um, I will say there's a lot of bots on dating accounts. There's just like they're easy to see, but there's just so many of them. It's just it's crazy. Like I see I get a new message and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. But then you go and check it out and it's just like it's just, oh, they're already removed, or they're obviously a bot. And it's just like it's a little bit demoralizing sometimes because it's just like you think that you're able to talk to somebody and it turns out that they're not even real. So um but yeah, that's just a little bit of a complaint that I have. um there are convincing bots out there. Like, I don't know if it's just sometimes I just fall for it, which I do. Sometimes I do. I never give them any money, of course, but I'll think that they're a real person for like a little while, and then they'll say like one-off thing, and I'll be like, oh, you're not real. They're not even funny. You can't even, because it is a bot at the end of the day. It's not like a real person, so you can't mess with them or anything. So they're not even like funny. They're just like boring. It's just annoying, you know. So just a little complaint I had. Uh, um, let's see. What is something else I could talk about? Honestly, I got nothing to talk about today. There's very little. Um, you see that sick jump shot? Let's see if I can get this guy. Got him. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Brother almost did not take off. Are you for real? I fucking can't even see me. He's behind a goddamn tree. See, what else? What else is there to talk about? There's always stuff to talk about. I just can't think of it. Um, well, I really should start planning for what I'm going to talk about. Um, I guess I could talk about how the South is, cause it's not a unanimous experience for everybody to have. I know a lot of people do live in the South, and my heart goes out to you, of course. Um, but uh, uh, it's like it's not. It's culturally non-diverse. There feels like there's nothing to do. At least in my area, maybe around like Birmingham in Alabama, or maybe in Tennessee, there's like more stuff to do. Maybe it's just because I'm in Alabama, but it certainly feels like there is like nothing to do. Like, like if you want to go drive and do something, it's at least an hour away, and it's just like I'm not willing to do a big long trip, you know, in order to just get out and do something. And the like within 30 minutes, there's like something to do, but it's like it's arcades, which you know you can only do so much arcades. Um, because they get boring because it's all the same game basically. Um, and it's just boring. Like when I was out in Texas, there was like so much to do, and when I went to Korea when I was in the army, there was just like you could just go out and just find something to do for a day, and it wasn't hard at all. Um, and it's just like here, it's just like there's just so nothing to do. It's just so boring. I try to get out and express myself more through my clothes, and it's just like, well, there's nothing to go and do. There's just like nothing. You go out thrifting, and I love thrifting, but there's only so many times you can go out thrifting in a week before you get bored of that too. And it's just like there's just nothing. It's just it's just so boring. Um, and I experienced that a little bit while I was in Texas. It wasn't really the like most interesting place in the world, but I mean there was certainly a whole lot more to do than out here. There goes my accent. You probably hear it just a twang, just a little bit. It really is hard for me to take my voice seriously sometimes because of my accent. It's just like I hear the twang and I'm just like, well, I sound like some fucking bumpkin, you know. And it's just like, wish I did not sound like this. Wish I sounded like a woman, but you know, here we are. Got to play with the cards that were dealt. But if it could lock on, please. Thank you. Um. Oh, wait. I had what I was gonna talk about in my head for like 3 seconds. Um. I guess I could talk about a little bit of self acceptance. Um. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really want to talk about it. I might just go ahead and end the video here because I'm running out of things to talk about. But it has been fun. If anybody watches this, thank you for watching. If nobody watches this, okay, that's fine. Do what you like. But yeah, I think this is gonna end the video right here. All right. Goodbye.